To my subscribers, thank you for tuning in once again. If you are new, welcome to JT on the Go. Today we are going to visit the Château de Beynac in the Dordogne region of France. While there is hardly anything to tour in the Dordogne region, Château de Beynac is worth visiting during your time here. The Château de Beynac, or the Castle of Beynac, is situated in the commune of Beynac-et-Cazenac in the Dordogne department of France. The castle is one of the best preserved and best known in the region. Built between 1115 and 1124, it was later expanded in the 14th, 16th, and 17th centuries. The best times of year to visit are between April and October, and the best time of day is early in the morning around 9:30 to 10 a.m. Ticket prices are between €11.50 and €12.50 for adults, €7 for anyone between 11 and 16 years old, and free for children under 10. The only way to get to the Château de Beynac or anywhere else in the Dordogne region is by car or tour bus. Though the parking lot is not right next to the site, you get to walk past the village houses to get there. And here is the castle. This fortress was on the front lines during the 100 Years' War between the English and French back in the 1300s and 1400s. We will be touring the interior, and this site has tons of spots to take in the scenery. In fact, Richard the Lionheart, a king of England and a great military leader, stayed here and controlled the strategic Dordogne fortress for roughly a decade. Here is one of the places right outside the castle to take the view. Be careful to watch your step over here. These stones are where water would stream down it like a gutter system back in the old days. Let's get into the tour. Richard the Lionheart wasn't the only famous figure here. The castle also hosted his loyal captain, Mercadier, Simon de Montfort, who seized it in 1214, and its original builders, Ademar de Beynac and his heirs. Through these bars, you can see another angle of the French countryside. In this first section, there isn't much to see, though there are boards that tell you about the history of the castle. The castle provided real security for villagers. In the event of a threat, farmers and their herds took up positions behind the curtained walls. To maintain the warrior skills required to defend his territory, the lord hunted regularly. The castle also hosted festivities. Minstrels, dancers, and musicians were all invited. Sometimes the lord even played chess or tables. Time to move on. That building over there looks like a chapel. This grass field gives you a stunning view of the Dordogne River. This is also where subjects would gather to learn their destiny from their lord. Now let's get into the main building. The first room is where the guards would hang out. You can see the weapons on the walls. Some of the rooms are quite dark. The pile of hay here reminds us that this room was used to shelter and feed horses. Guards would chill in this room too, with the table ends designed to hold swords. Time to continue upstairs to check out other parts of this site frozen in time. This castle is where the leading family of the Dordogne ruled. As we zip from room to room, we get a glimpse of what living here was like. This room appears to be either a living room or a dining room. One unique thing about this room is the model of the whole castle on the table. We're now starting our ascent to the higher viewing areas. It feels good to get some fresh air after the hike up. Before we continue, let's check out this room. It definitely looks like a bedroom. If you head in this direction, the area gives you an even better view. Looking down, we can see the Dordogne River with canoers gliding by. This view is fit for a king. Today, it is fit for tourists going off the beaten path. It just goes to show that a visit to the Château de Beynac is worth your time. This next room we're going through features a fireplace. At the very top of the castle, there is no observatory. This is the highest you can go. It is interesting that during the 100 Years' War, control of the castle switched between the English and French several times. One thing I heard was the noise of a fighter jet flying nearby. It is a good thing I did all my drone shots in advance. It was a blast to see the Dordogne from this castle. Now let's head back down. If you get tired climbing up, there are alcoves where you can rest. This room is known as the Knight's Mess Hall. As we saw earlier, the custom was to park your sword at the end of the table. I like the fine detail they put into this room. This hook is where crossbows were stored. At this point, our tour of the Château de Beynac has concluded. We're back to where we started. We've come full circle. This final room is the gift shop. In the nearby fields, you might even see farm animals roaming around. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more. The Dordogne region is a hidden gem of France, and the Château de Beynac is a magnificent place to visit. Until next time.